Hello and welcome back once again to Viking Whiskey. Today it's a rather exotic one that I'm tasting. This is an 18-year-old Willowbank. Willowbank, you ask, where is that? Well, New Zealand, of all places. Bottled by a company called the New Zealand Whisky Company. This one was bottled in 2010, so it's already been bottled for quite a few years, and I'm not even sure of the existence of this distillery anymore. I absolutely never heard about it before I got the chance to get this sample. But matured in American oak barrels, bottled at 58.4%. Will definitely be interesting, if nothing else. So let's see. Details are on the screen, right here. Okay. Very nice amber color. That's a bit different nose. You've got mainly the bourbon characteristics. Vanilla, honey, some light toffee. It's also quite a large dose of acetone, and then there's definitely something sweeter and more flowery in there as well. It's sort of white flowers, and there's also some fresh hay. And then this may be because of me in New Zealand, but there's just a light hint of lanolin in there. You know, sheep's wool. Maybe it's my mind playing tricks on me. There's also some freshly sanded wood. Cooked vegetables, which is a rare one for me to get in the nose. But it's steamed cauliflower and broccoli, carrots. And there's also a quite mineral tone to it, like a wet rock. and a little bit of rubber as well. I didn't expect the nose to be this interesting. It's definitely different, and a lot of fun. I mean, I wouldn't say it's the best nose in the world, far from it, but it's definitely fun. Keep going back to this. Now it's boiled potatoes. This steam you get from the freshly boiled potatoes, absolutely, it's right there, clear as day. Very interesting. Let's see how it tastes. First off, I have to say, this alcohol bite is extremely aggressive. It's very, very rare for me to get a whiskey this aggressive. I mean, I know it's high, it's 58.4%, but I drink plenty of whiskeys that are in the 60s and nowhere nearly as aggressive as this one. This is intense. Ooh, it's even getting on my on my vocal cords. All right. Well, very warm, very peppery as it starts off. There's lots of oak, and then you have leathery notes. You have old cigar box. These sort of slightly musty and compartmented old scents. Oak is quite present, I'll say. You've got some freshly cut grass, bitter notes. But when all that aggressive alcohol has blown over, it's actually quite light. Let's see what the second chew says. Still quite aggressive. There's some very light smoky notes, but very light. Sort of a heathery smoke, if you can call it that. It's definitely not a peat smoke. There's more honey now and some toffee developing. There is also this funny note of lanolin. Very interesting. And the steamed carrots are also coming up to the front here with some carrot sweetness. There's some dried herbs as well. A lot more wood spices coming out here. What an interesting dram. Third one. And the third chew, the leather and the smoke comes more to the front, becomes a bit more dry around the gums, and black pepper also is more dominant. Beneath that, there's something fragrant like an olive oil, and green apples as well. This is really, really interesting. It's definitely different. So, here on the finish, the insides of your cheeks are absolutely numb. This is, it's really an aggressive one. But apart from that, it's very warm. It's peppery. Still has a lot of those freshly cut grass and oaky notes. Quite a lot of the bitterness. Sweetness is down, but you're still left with those cooked vegetables. Some of this lanolin, some of this fragrant olive oil. Still remnants of toffee there. And there's also some, I mean, these smoky, leathery notes are definitely still here, along with other notes of coffee. It's just that, I mean, with all those other flavors, and you have that lanolin and the olive oil and the cooked vegetables, it gives you a really very, very different expression to deal with. Maybe you just need to get used to it. This will be hard to rate because it actually really wasn't that bad. It was just very different from what I'm used to. But let's give it a go. The nose, very interesting. Lots of stuff to dig around in, but also lots of weird stuff. So that nose is an 85. Taste-wise, very challenging alcohol level. And I know you guys will just say I can add water, but you know, I always do these reviews as they are, so we know what we're talking about. And without water, this is a challenging whiskey. Flavor-wise, it gets through a spectrum of very interesting tastes, and it does land on actually a very nice level. So I'll say taste-wise, this is an 87. Finish is actually quite nice, and you're left with a lot of those flavors, and you're left with a lot of stuff to ponder about when you still have this this finish. And I'm gonna go and say this is an 86. So average is a clear 86 actually. I was expecting it to get a few points lower, but very surprising and interesting whiskey here from Willowbank. I'm not sure I'll ever see another one of these, but there you go. Very glad I got to try it. All right, this is a long one, I can see on the time. I do hope to see you again on the next one, and I hope you enjoyed this one. Cheers.